Bro, we're at Save On Foods right now, and I just saw this Freddy Fazbear sign that has like the Halloween Fantas on it. Woo! Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel, and furthermore, welcome back to yet another spooky Halloween review. Tonight, we're going to be taking a look at the youtooz Five Nights at Freddy's movie, Mike with Torture Freddy vinyl figure. And this is a pretty grisly figure that depicts a really disturbing scene from the movie where Mike gets knocked out and then he wakes up in what I assume to be the basement of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, where he is strapped to a chair, and there is this Freddy mask that's all beat up, and it's retrofitted with all these blades, and it's coming towards his face, presumably to kill him. So it's a pretty disturbing figure, actually. But you can see the figure there in the window. You can see the ball pit design that all this kind of movie merch had for the original Five Nights at Freddy's movie, which I'm really excited, actually, about the new one. You can see an illustration of the figure there looking really cool with the ball pit in the back. You can see, again, an illustration of the figure. Nice purple background. You can see youtooz Collectibles, Five Nights at Freddy's, with some more balls. And then the top of the box has another illustration of the two figures. They really want you to know that this is Mike with Torture Freddy. So, taking the sleeve off here, we can take a look at the actual box. So you can see it's number 47 in the line. It's youtooz Collectibles, Mike vinyl figure from the Five Nights at Freddy's movie collection. Yet another illustration of the figure there. And I really like the kind of backdrop on the box here, where we have like, it looks like it's in like a stone room. There's like a stone wall behind him. And then you have Mike there fearing for his life as Torture Freddy is about to rip his face open. And then the back of the box has that little bit of information that Mike talks about dream theory, which I guess I'll just let the man himself tell you about it.
Every single thing that you see, your entire lifetime, the tiniest of details gets stored inside of you.
Then we have the side of the box with more information about dream theory.
So there's this theory that we can't forget things.
And that pretty much wraps up the box on the Five Nights at Freddy's movie youtooz Mike with Torture Freddy figure. So without further ado, I'm going to take a few minutes to get this one unboxed. Don't go away, there's more review to be had.
You just have to know how to look.
Alright, here is Mike with Torture Freddy out of the box, and let me reiterate, disturbing. But just carefully holding the figure, just because there's a lot of like small stuff on here that I worry I'd break. It's more of like a diorama, actually, now that I look at it. But you can see Torture Freddy there. His eyes are glowing red. He's got all these like holes on him. His teeth are broken and shattered. A lot of his endoskeleton is actually exposed. He's got this apparatus on top with some chains. You can see that Mike is actually attached to this chair with some restraints on it. He's unable to move. There's some buttons there. And, yeah, it's pretty accurate to what we see in the movie. Mike himself looks downright disturbed. He's terrified. He's fearing for his life, as he should be, as if his face is about to be ripped off. But the hair is all nice and matted. Turning it around, it almost looks like kind of like a dentist's chair. And in the back of it, you can see like the kind of arm that the Freddy head is attached to. And you can even see this arm is kind of blocking it. You can see like the rotating blades and everything that are inside of the mask to basically kill somebody when the mask gets pressed up against their face. Again, really disturbing stuff, but youtooz has done a great job of capturing that. Very Jigsaw-like. Like, I remember watching the movie and being like, I thought we were watching the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. When did it become Jigsaw? But that is the figure of Mike with Torture Freddy. Just bringing in the only other Five Nights at Freddy's movie youtooz figure I have, that being Doug. And apparently, we got two guys in chairs as figures for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Literally. You got a guy in a chair attached to a torture device, and then you have a guy in an office chair. Guys in chairs. But yeah, that is the Torture Freddy youtooz figure. Not the most glamorous of figures, but I mean, it does the job of being a stylized figure of Mike about to be killed by Torture Freddy. Spoiler alert, he doesn't die, he survives.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks.
But, yeah, it's a pretty interesting figure. I guess we'll go into a size comparison segment. First up for comparison, here we have the youtooz Mike with Torture Freddy figure from the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, next to the Five Nights at Freddy's youtooz video game Foxy figure. I believe this was a EB Games exclusive. Here is the youtooz Mike with Torture Freddy figure, next to the youtooz Mangle sitting plush. And finally, here is the youtooz Mike with Torture Freddy figure, next to the entire line of Five Nights at Freddy's 10-year anniversary movie figures. So my final thoughts on this Five Nights at Freddy's movie Mike youtooz figure is that it does not make a great toy for children to play with. You are not going to be giving this to your child in good faith, because it'll be broken, I can guarantee you, almost immediately. This is a great thing to have on display for collectors. I think this is going to look great in a Five Nights at Freddy's display, but as a toy for kids, this is not going to be great for kids. There's things that almost immediately will break, like the cables, even the stand of Freddy himself. There's some strands of hair on Mike that look like they could break off, and even this part here, like me putting pressure on this kind of headrest here, it's like moving, and it's making me very uncomfortable. Even this cable here, like I know for a fact that could break off. But yeah, just be mindful that even as a collector, you should be very careful with this figure. Simply because, like I said before, there are things that look like they could easily break off. But with that being said, let me know what you guys think about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie Mike youtooz figure. And with that, do take care, happy haunts, and I'll see you in the next frightfully fun Halloween review.